And welcome once again, everybody, to a Safe Place podcast. And it's time for the weekly news. It's not been done for a while, has it, Craig?
No, it hasn't.
Ryan, has it?
No.
Okay, then. So what headlines we got here today, then, Craig?
We've got the main one. Donald Trump has come down with COVID-19.
Come on now, guys. It's just... Hold on. It's not a laughing matter. It's deadly serious. He's got COVID-19.
Apparently he's got COVID, and a lot of people will enjoy this because they think that he's mixing with people and not wearing a face mask. He's doing loads of sort of those rallies, isn't he, with loads of people there. So they're going to think that this is good little karma for Donald Trump.
Well, put it this way, from his press conference, into a helicopter, then into his car, and then to the hospital, everybody has to quarantine that was around him now.
And then everybody has to quarantine that was around them. And then it goes infinitely until everyone around the world has to be locked down in their homes because Donald Trump got COVID.
This actually isn't true. This isn't true, by the way.
What's not true?
Donald Trump has spoken to lots of people and they're not in quarantine right now. I know this for a fact.
Oh, you just come back from the White House?
Personal email.
Who what? Doctors.
It's happening in the football. David Moyes, West Ham manager, gets COVID. The team has played the weekend. No problems.
Crazy,
How's that happened?
Yeah, because they can.
How?
If we get it, we've got to quarantine.
So
If we don't download the app, we've got to pay £1,000 fine.
So we see that COVID, again, just brings up this nonsense, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
it is. So, what other headlines we got? Let's move over from COVID because it's just boring now, isn't it? It's
But
boring.
let's just tell somebody one tip on COVID, what to do, the way to handle it. 'Cause
Wash your hands.
Wear a mask.
use the one-way system, guys. It's there for a reason. It'll save your life.
So, come on then, what else
Use
we got?
the hand sanitizer that gets rid of bacteria, not viruses.
Yeah, there
Good
we go.
one,
That's a
everybody.
touchy subject for Ryan. That is the old bacteria one. Come on.
It's only because it gives him a rash.
What we got?
So the other one that I need to bring up, and it's COVID again, but it's
Oh, for fuck's what? Nah.
it's the care homes. You can't go into a care home and see an elderly person. That is bad, and that's serious.
Yeah,
It's
that
annoying.
is-
It makes me angry.
That's
That.
Yeah.
driving an older person more into mental health and their sons and daughters. It's a horrible thing that's taking place.
Yeah.
Apart from the joke and the humour of COVID and all this nonsense that goes on, that you can't come in now. You
Well, how
can't
long
see
are
it.
people just going to allow this to continue? Are people? What happens if people don't follow the rules? They get threatened with fines, arrests,
Yeah.
armour. So
Did you know
people
that-
can't help but not follow the rules.
Yeah.
And what we can see is there's one rule for one and one for another. MPs can go out drinking till past
Well,
10 o'clock
yeah,
in
but-
Parliament.
but-
They can go for meals with 8. I'm sorry, Ron, you're interrupting me.
That's all right.
Okay, it's okay. And they can go and break all the rules they want, and we can't. Go on, Ryan.
Well, Jeremy Corbyn had more than 6 guests at his home. It's all forgot about.
Yeah.
He's all right. Boris Johnson's dad, same thing.
Boris Johnson's dad should be whipped for what he's done. How many times can you keep breaking the rules before someone needs to crack the whip?
No, it's all right because he's Boris Johnson's father, so we can get away with it. He's all right. but we
Boris
got the PM.
Johnson's dad needs his pants pulled down and a whip across the backside, and he would never break the rules again, will he?
You
I never broke the rules again when I got it.
You didn't say that in the educational podcast that we did. You didn't bring that rule
Well, this
up.
is just a laugh podcast.
What's the
isn't
next
it?
one?
Right, then we've got
COVID again. Oh, for God's sake.
the first 10 and 15 coming up to the end of them now, and they have all been COVID. So we have got heavy rain brings flooding and travel disruption.
I thought he was going to say it's bringing coronavirus. Then I thought, fucking hell, no, it's
Yeah.
not coming in the ocean now, is
You
it?
can't get it. in the
I
flood.
saw an article about that it's in the ocean now.
Oh.
So literally they're closing us in to the point where we can't even dip our toes in the sea anymore. I promise you I don't know if it was a headline, but I saw it as a news bulletin. COVID has been found in seawater. So it's
Stop
across the
eating
channel.
fish at the chip shop now.
Right then, guys, I've got this for you because you can't look on there without seeing COVID. They're ramming it through your necks. And another nice story they've got is some homes and there's been flooding, so it's all doom and gloom. I've got an idea. What about if we watched a news programme that only told us positive stories every single time? Would this change the world in the future?
No, we don't want to watch positivity. You know why? Because what if something's going on that's dangerous and we don't see it and it kills us?
Yeah.
That's why we need to keep watching bad stuff to keep our survival, to stay alive. So we're
doesn't, though.
survivally, we're instinctually fed to want to watch things that could threaten us.
I think that
Like what?
Like anything, wars, government cuts,
Terrorism.
anything that can affect your way of life, your state of well-being. We want to keep our eye on you always want to keep your eye on the enemy.
What about
You never wanna
wildlife? What about
But do
geographic?
you know what? Guess what the enemy is? It's not those stories. It's the mental health that creates. It's the reaction that you take from that.
Well,
What
it's
I'm
just
saying
another
is-
thing. It's hard because it's come up again since February. There's been tons and tons and tons of suicides since these lockdown measures have come up. They don't want to talk about that. They'd rather talk about cases that are going up. And all they're telling us is cases, so it's scaring more and more people.
Yeah,
They're just talking about cases. They're not talking about deaths because they don't want you to know the truth about deaths.
Oh, that's conspiracy
So,
talk, that
but
is.
I'm just saying,
all right.
when they say that cases are going up, it doesn't mean people are dying. It just means people are getting infected by it, but it doesn't mean that they're going to die from it. It's not.
Yeah, and you hear loads of rumours, don't you hear that COVID is the cold virus is a type of COVID.
Gone back onto COVID, guys. We
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
even
it's
yeah,
just
realised
a
it.
tough one.
I
Do you know-
forgot.
well, it's just a tough one.
We never
Right.
left COVID.
Listen,
We never left COVID. How have we gone back onto something that we never left?
right? COVID is inside us now, and it's there forever,
You're
guys.
so glad
right?
something's finally inside you.
Is it
So he's
warm?
always wanted to say, COVID's inside us now.
Is it warm?
It is like
A
loads
cold.
of little smiley men with pointy little feather suits on, dancing
Yeah.
around and creeping up
Right,
inside my
let's
blood
zone the
cells.
light in now, and let's take it away from the bit of light-hearted humour. Let's look at the idea of how it's affecting people's mental health. As Ron rightly says earlier on, that the amount of people hurting themselves, killing themselves, struggling now because of a pandemic. Let's just pretend that the pandemic is exactly what it is, that it is real. How do we try and help people alleviate some of that fear and suffering inside of themselves that they're feeling now? Like, genuinely, people are at home now,
Well, unfortunately,
panicking over this.
Yes, and I see it every day. I work in a charity shop. I see customers come in and they're fighting constantly because one believes in something and the other person doesn't. Now, understand that everybody has a different belief system in everything.
Yeah.
And the problem is now we all have to do this together. So if you believed in God and somebody else believed in Allah, you never mixed. It wasn't a problem. Now coronavirus is, what's your belief system? And this is what the problem is.
Yeah.
Be aware that every human being has a different belief system.
Yes.
And be courteous to that.
Yeah.
Forget about your shit and your
Yeah.
anxiety.
Well,
Be courteous
you
to
can't
that.
in a way, but the good thing that you're making out there is when we look at somebody's belief, they've got a belief in them, and what they want to do is protect that belief. So I believe that people are transmitting this infectious disease around, and one of them could kill me because they've been incompetent with their health care in a sense. They're
How
not
do you
wearing
feel
masks.
about that?
I feel scared now. And what I want to do to take away that fear is control what's going on outside of me. In other words, Barbara, put your face mask on.
Yes.
I'm scared. Put it on because I want you to put your mask on so I feel
And I'll
safer.
tell you where the point has
Barbara,
shifted, gone wrong.
Go on.
Right? You can feel whatever you want to feel.
yeah,
But when you try and control the environment outside of you, that's where the problem lies.
Yeah,
You've
but-
got no right to say to anyone, put a face mask
but
on.
hasn't Barbara equally got no right as well, hasn't she? She
Yeah.
can't say, take,
Yeah,
your,
but I
take
bet-
your face mask off, Dave.
No, I bet
Yeah.
Barbara's quick enough to tell you to put your fucking mask on.
Yes, but what I'm saying is you're both wrong to say. I can't say anything about your belief system on anything. I have no right to say, Ryan, you're wrong.
And you know what? I don't think people should wear face masks, but you know what? That's irrelevant because if them wearing those face masks makes them feel better inside their own bodies and safer, then fair play to them.
And-
I want them to be able to feel
Yeah,
good.
but I bet they can't fucking breathe.
Well, a lot
I bet
of-
they get home, they're like, fucking Jesus, I
what
can
face
catch my
masks do you think
breath.
they're wearing?
Huh?
What face masks do you
Well,
think?
But
they're-
it's not
Ryan.
an airborne virus.
But Ryan, listen, you're under the illusion that only your belief system is true.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that the facts are there. that
would
it's
you?
not an airborne
would you
virus.
feel better if no one was wearing face masks?
Fucking yeah, 'cause I can see the faces.
Yes, but somebody else would feel better with them wearing them.
Yeah. No, I get that as
Yeah,
well. Don't
so-
don't think that I'm not looking at two sides of the
I've
fence.
got- yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that it's
Yeah.
not an airborne virus.
Yeah.
You're not going to catch it without wearing a mask from getting
Yeah.
from A
Well,
to B.
But you know what? This is what I think the government want. The government wants us all fearing and being annoyed and angry with one another.
But I'm not scared of the virus because it's not going to kill us.
I know, yeah, but some people are because they think it's going to kill them.
Because of what the government, because of the government and the media,
Yeah,
just
but- yeah, and-
constantly drilling it
Yeah,
into
all
the
right,
heads.
but they have a right to feel that if they think that, don't they?
Turn off your TV, stop watching the news.
No, the problem is
Live your
this.
life.
Look, live your life. Live your life.
But we're all going mad because
Speak for yourself.
everybody has a different belief system. This is what
Yeah.
it boils down
Everyone's
to.
crazy.
And you're reacting. I saw somebody in the shop tell somebody who was running and was out of breath when they got into the shop that he couldn't do this because this makes the virus more spreadable, right? Like she was a professor of the COVID-19. Now,
But
she probably was.
wait there, we've got to turn this back the lens towards government. These are the people in control with all the power, control of media, and they don't even know how to set some basic rules so everyone could be on the same page. It's like they're sitting back, giving us contradictory information, and then just watching all these human beings in conflict with each other.
And they do the opposite.
And they do the opposite. So set the example. If you're going to put face masks and make it the norm, and it's illegal to not wear one, at least make it so. Make it concrete. Or don't, but don't mix it all up so people are
But
confused.
what I don't get is you've got your back garden, so you can't have more than a family of 6 in your own household. But if you sit in your garden, you've got to sit with at social distancing.
What we're really
measure.
saying is, government, get your act together now. You've got to get
you know
your act
what?
together.
And then you got the pubs, and it's like, do you really think people are social distancing? But I
Have
don't.
you tried
I got
drinking a
nothing
pint
against
with your
that
face
because that's
mask
what
on?
you're doing. You
tried-
just go and see your mates, see your family members, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, but look, what is the problem here? The government need to get competent, don't they?
but listen,
Government,
You
they're
tell-
in charge. They're
can
the
you-
leaders. They need to get competent.
you tell-
Contradict everything that
They
they
do, because
say.
they don't really know what they're
Yeah,
doing.
well, no,
They're
yeah.
fumbling around.
listen, guys. Can you tell me one government in history that's ever been competent?
Yeah, Tony Blair's come.
Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher was probably
Yeah.
the closest to it because she was brutal. But
Oh.
what I'm saying, no, it was better to be. It was better to
Sorry,
have
man. People are laughing out there at that one.
Do you know with Margaret Thatcher now,
Still
right? With Margaret Thatcher, you would have, right?
Don't argue the case for Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher now would have gone one way with the
Margaret
COVID.
Thatcher stopped us drinking milk when we were kids, mate.
You've never forgiven her for that.
I'm going to choose what button to press now. It's going to be this one. Well, anyway, so look, I'll just say we can't sort this out as people.
tell
We
you
can't.
what.
We're all fighting each other.
Tell you what, you're a therapist now. Loads of training, one of the best that I know, if not the best.
Don't say that.
Right? What do we do? What's the tips? How can we handle this? Not for
The only
someone
thing
who's
that the only thing we can ever try and do is understand that all we ever want to do is preserve our own sense of comfort and safety. And sometimes my comfort and safety and how I pursue it is different from yours. And we just need to really try and tolerate and understand that there is no difference between me and you. Our beliefs might be different, but what we're trying to protect, which is our sense of well-being, is the same.
Yeah, mine is always wanting to know the truth. I always want to know the truth.
Good
I'm
luck with that
sick
one,
I know,
bro.
yeah. I know
It's
it's
an hard
hard.
one, ain't it?
I know it's hard,
Yeah.
but it's just how can you not be honest with people?
Yeah.
Why live a lie or keep lying and lying and lying? Just be honest. It's going to scare us, whatever the truth is.
All right, I want to be a woman.
But it is.
All right.
Just tell the truth and then let people deal with the consequences.
Yeah, but we've got theories on why they don't want to tell the truth, don't we? It's
Yeah.
all agenda.
More.
So that brings us to, I mean, I'm just grateful I stayed calm in there and had to try and split you two up. You got really irrational there.
I
didn't
don't
you?
want to.
Area.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have to pull you apart again. The
I
second
want to
time
have a
today.
blowout. What are you looking at?
Pick it up. Thank you, everybody.
Cheers.
And take everything that we said with a pinch of salt, because we're just having a bit of a laugh about it all. Because you know what? If you take it all seriously, you're just going to go nuts.